And while we know where California's 54 electoral votes will be going, the state and local races in the Bay Area are far less clear. One thing we do know, though, is that a lot of people will be weighing in. In San Francisco alone, more than 30,000 people already have voted in person. Another 170,000 vote by mail ballots are already in. Still less than a third of the over 520,000 vote by mail ballots that were sent out. So it's holding up all of those people. Amanda Harry tagged along with some last-minute canvassers to find out.
We are in the final hours of a very long election season, and still hundreds of thousands of San Franciscans haven't submitted their ballot yet. Many of them say it's not because of the general election, but instead because of the local races and all of the ballot measures. With less than 48 hours until Election Day, City Supervisor candidate Marjan Philauer spent her Sunday canvassing to get out the vote.
The election's in 2 days, and I would love your support if you haven't voted yet.
She's running against current City Supervisor Connie Chan. Philauer says she's talked to many voters who still haven't submitted their ballots.
And then I think in San Francisco, voters take voting very seriously, and I think many of them are probably going back to their high school and college days, and some of them maybe procrastinated.
She thinks part of the reason is because of just how many decisions San Francisco voters have to make to complete their ballot.
I mean, we have a 300-page voter guide in San Francisco.
Joe Asiano handed his ballot on Sunday. He says the volume of ballot measures definitely slowed him down.
I think because the book was pretty thick and there's a lot of measures here we had to consider and review, and there's some state ones. And yeah, I think that was the main reason. Locally, we have lots.
And that sentiment was echoed by Kevin Bourne.
It was a lot, it felt like we're making a lot of decisions, and there was a lot of information in there, and it was a lot to go through.
Bourne hasn't handed in his ballot just yet. That's because he doesn't want to just drop it in any ballot box. He wants to take it directly to City Hall.
It just feels like that's where we want to take it, and there have been weird stuff going on, and we're just going to take it into City Hall.
For Asiano, he felt safe dropping his ballot at the box at the library. He says he's grateful to get to participate in the electoral process, and now he's just going to sit back and wait to see what happens next.
I think it's going to be a lot of action next week, and I'm glad we did it, and I hope everything's going to be okay.
If people are concerned about the status of their ballot, they can use the California Secretary of State's Where's My Ballot feature to keep track of it themselves.